solo 4 años enfrenté la soledad. Del bus te vi pasar y la calle caminar, y a pesar del miedo que me dio, no pude ni llorar, llorar, llorar. Eres la niña perdida, el chico me preguntó. No había entendido que esa niña era yo, era yo, era yo. Después de 6 horas encontré donde bajar, crucé la calle, di con el lugar, se abrió la puerta y todo mi mundo me abrazó, me abrazó, me abrazó. Estaba sola frente al mar. Nunca me voy a olvidar. Estaba sola frente al mar. Acapulco era el lugar.
Hello and welcome to Monday stream. Here we go. Is my microphone on? I think it is. It's adjustable. Okay, perfect. So welcome. I apologize if I was not able to do the previous stream. There was just plenty of things going on and I needed to like take a break, and it was a good break. So I'd say we're back, but not fully, because there's still plenty of things that I need to take care of, and I just decided to stream out of nowhere. And on our Discord server, I mentioned that I'm not gonna be streaming this week, but you know what? I'd like to come back, even just for a little bit. So here's what's gonna happen. I won't be sure if I'll be able to stream anytime again soon, but I'll try. It's just that, yeah, I got a lot of projects lately, and I need to work on my own projects too. I need to write songs and need to take care of my other projects, my course. I'm working on lessons lately. I'm writing scripts for my next video. And yeah, there's more personal stuff that I need to take care of too. And you'll be surprised on what's gonna happen in the next few weeks or next few months. Yeah, it's been a lot, but we're surviving. Anyway, I just wanna say hi and how are you guys doing? We'll come back. Today we'll be continuing our Shopify theme project. We're going to develop a component, though I already forgot what we're doing. I don't even know what we did last time. I'm not even bothering checking it out. And I think I messed it up too, because right now I'm streaming on Twitch. I shouldn't be doing that. I should be streaming on YouTube. Am I live on YouTube? I hope so. And I can't even see what we have here. Seems like it's working. All right. Okay. So without further ado, let's head back to our intermission and start working on our project. And to be honest, it's not really gonna work, the chat box. So I don't know how I'm gonna deal with that. Perhaps there's a way to literally display my chat box here. Hold on, let me try if I can just display an iframe. Screen capture. A source instead. Okay. YouTube. Okay. And I'd like to use this one right here. Yeah, I think that'll work. Let's put it underneath. Come here. There you go. Can you see it? I don't think you can. Should I even bother? I don't know. Should I bother? You know what? I'm not gonna bother. Just get rid of that. Whatever. Okay. So we'll get rid of this. We don't need that. And let's open our VS Code. Shopify themes. That's not the project that I should be opening. Because yeah, I was working on, is this the right? No, this is not, it's Elizabeth. Because I was working on this as well. I'm writing a new lesson for that course, but that's not what we want. What I want is the live weekly how. So you know what? Let's just open this in a terminal and I'll just use code. That way we have this open. Perfect. And I can open the terminal and let's do the commands that we are going to execute. Shopify theme dev, and also That's not working because we're using PowerShell, obviously. Let me just double check my we don't want to mess things up. Mic test. Mic test. Was that too loud? I think that's too loud. Mic test. There we go. That's perfect. Switch to terminal. Command prompt. Let's get rid of that. Should be Shopify theme dev. And another one for npx tailwind css input. It's in the src folder and it's tailwind.css, and output, that's going to the assets folder. Assets, and the file name I believe is called theme.liquid, theme.css.liquid, and then watch. Let's take a look at our, yeah, actually there's this problem. Like if you run Shopify theme dev, that takes a long time to synchronize everything. And this is not what I want. I don't want to use the Elizabeth Development Online Store. What I want to use is the live development store, the weekly help live development store. So we can do Shopify auth log out. Yes, I confirm. There we go. And then we can do Shopify theme dev and then store flag. And I am not sure if I am logged into the right development store. Therefore, what we're going to do is I'm going to log into my development store and make sure that we use the right development store. So it should be development, and it's the live coding session. Okay. So while we're doing that, okay, just switch things up. Okay, let's go back and let's copy this, go back to VS Code and just paste it there, but we are missing something. Colon / weekly help live session coding session.myshopify.com. That should be it. That should be it. There we go. Log in. Hello, Gustavo. Welcome. I'm great. Thank you so much for asking, and thank you so much for taking the course. Can I ask, which course did you take? Which course did you take? Can you please zoom in your VS Code from Snowin? Snowin, welcome to the stream, first of all. Yes, I can do that, definitely. Apologies if that is too small. But there we go, that should be enough. Is that readable? I hope so. Is that better? I can also do the browser, so you guys can see it. Okay, so I believe we are logged in. Just wait for it. And this is what I'm talking about. Sometimes this is taking a while. So usually what I do is, if this takes a while, just keep pressing enter. And that should synchronize everything. But it's so weird because that takes a long time. I don't know why. I don't know if that's my connection or that's Shopify CLI. But I'm pretty sure my connection is good. So it's probably Shopify CLI. Perfect. I bought the Shopify Liquid Tailwind Store 2.0. Okay, thank you so much for taking that. I'm updating it actually. Like I mentioned, I was working on the Elizabeth development store, Shopify theme. So I'll be publishing a couple of new lessons soon. I want to release it as a whole. So spoiler alert, it's about components, like custom components. Because I know we don't have a footer in that course. So I'll be covering the footer section in that chapter. So stay tuned for that. It's gonna be coming pretty soon. I'm learning right now JSON templates with 404 template. Yeah, that's great. I think that's the most important part of the Shopify theme. Knowing how JSON template works, knowing how to create your JSON objects to display sections, custom sections. That helps a lot. Especially right now that theme blocks, it's about to come. From what I heard, it's about to come. It's gonna be useful knowing how JSON works. It's pretty straightforward, honestly. So once you take the course, knowing how JSON template works, it's gonna be much easier for you to develop a custom section, a blocks, etc. So yeah, thank you so much for taking that, and I hope you enjoy it. And there's gonna be plenty more to come. I'm working hard to make them better. So yeah, thank you. Right, so let's continue. It's still loading. I don't know what's going on in here. I don't want to press Control C because that's gonna... Oh, there it is. See? If you just press enter, it'll just display that. But it's not yet synchronized, so you gotta wait. If you open this URL, it's not gonna do anything. It's just gonna give you... It's missing the template, the layout. Oh, actually it worked. That's surprising. Let's try this. Oh, it actually worked. No, this is not it. This is not it. Am I using the right Shopify theme? I'm using the right Shopify theme. No, I don't think I'm using the right Shopify. This is not the Shrek project. Okay, that's weird. I am in the live weekly how directory, but the Shopify theme is different. I'm pretty sure this is not it. This is not the Shopify theme. Let me just go back to... It's supposed to be the project that we see. This. But it doesn't seem to display the right Shopify theme, which is weird. Let me just redo that. Oh, there we go. I think it's because of it's cached. Yeah, I think it's cached. So let's open the layout folder in the theme.liquid. And for example, here underneath of this object, we type hello world. We save that. It's not updating anything here. That is weird. There's no hello world, so that means it's not being used. Yeah, it's not being used. So there's a problem with Shopify CLI. Yikes, what's going on here? Honestly, I've been having issues with VS Code as well. On my work, there it is, now it's syncing. On my work, there's this problem where if I run Python script and if I initiate the backend with the terminal, using the terminal of VS Code, it uses for some reason, it uses the env file that is not in the project. It's using a different environment variable. So what I do is I open a terminal, a separate terminal outside of VS Code, and then I go to the directory of my project and I execute the Python script. And that finally it uses the right environment variables. So I don't know if that's a VS Code problem or a Shopify CLI problem. But now here we are. Now it's synced. So now if we open this URL, this time we should use, okay, perfect. Great. So if we scroll down, there should be hello world. There we go. Now we can get rid of that. Should be good. Question from Snowin. Is it better to use Liquid or any other framework like React? Hydrogen. For what exactly? For what purpose are you trying to? For building a Shopify online store? Well, obviously it depends. If you want to build an online store that is, for example, if you want to build a learning management system, or for example, if you want to build a single page online store where there's no product page, where there's no blog page, where there's no articles, just a single page online store, then you can use Hydrogen. That'll make it much easier to develop an online store, a single page online store. But if you want to build like an online store where there is an article, a page, collection page, etc., then that's the time you should be using Liquid and Shopify theme. Yeah, because that's the difference between Hydrogen or headless commerce and Shopify theme development or online store 2.0, whatever you call that. Yeah. With themes, you will have to use the template systems. You'll have the 404, the index template, the product templates, the article templates, the blog templates, etc. You'll have those with Shopify themes. Whereas with Hydrogen, you have plenty of opportunities to be creative, how you want your online store to look like or to be developed. You're more flexible with Hydrogen. If you don't need an article page, if you don't need blogs, you can simply get rid of it. You can't do that with Shopify themes. You need to have all the templates. Okay? So which one is better? It depends. It depends on which components you need. What are the things you need? Obviously. But personally, I'd say Liquid is great. Because whether you go to Hydrogen or Shopify themes, you'll use Liquid. You'll still use Liquid with Hydrogen. I think that's something that you need to keep in mind. Okay. So yeah, finally our theme is working. We can finally work on, I guess, a component. So what are the things that we have here? So we have the hero section, that's great. We have this, we have the footer section. They're all set up for us. We don't have a page. So maybe that's what we're going to do. You know what? Let's do that. Instead of creating a component, let's set up our page. So perhaps we already have it. Let me double check. So in the sections, we have template page. No, we don't. So let's do this. So building a page, usually the steps that I do is go to Shopify Dev, especially if this is your first time. Always go to shopify.dev and then open the themes and then the architecture and then the template that you're working on. So in our case, we're working on the page template. So it should be the page template here. Oh, right. The page template right here. And then here's how it's gonna look like. It's very simple. Honestly, there's just page, the title, the page, that content or body, from what I can remember. There's not even an example. Usually in the documentation there's an example, but honestly we don't need that. Page template is very straightforward. As long as you know how the page object works, you'll be able to create your page template. So let's take a look at the object page. And notice that we have the following properties. We have the author of the page. We have the content itself. We have the handle, which is part of the URL of the page. The ID of the page, meta fields, the published at, when is the page is published, the template suffix, the title, and the URL. Okay, so let's use some of this and display it in page template. So for example, I want to display the page.title, and I also want to display the page.content. And underneath of the title, we can display the page.author. And beside it, we can display the page.published at. But since this is a date, how are you gonna deal with date? You're gonna need to use a filter. So, filter, and it should be date, okay? Obviously you can use formatting here, but I'm not gonna bother because I don't remember the format. Maybe later we can take a look at that. Usually just use date and that's gonna be fine. So let's save that, okay? So we just have 4 objects, the title, or properties, sorry. The title, the author, content, and the published at. Now let's go back to the admin page and take a look at our page. So it should be in the content. No, it's not in the content. So here in the admin page, let's take a look at the online store. And there should be pages. Open that. And we're going to create a new page. So click the add page button here. And let's create a new page. From Gustavo, can you show your theme.liquid? I will. Just give me a minute. Let me just create the page. So here, let's call this. What was the thing that we have? For example, Shrek. So let's call it the legendary hero, Shrek. And I believe there's an AI that we can use. So let's generate that. Okay, let's enjoy this. What's this page about? This is about, talk about the legendary Shrek and his journey across across the country. Okay. generate that. Can you show your theme.liquid? Okay, so while we're waiting on that, let's go back and layout theme.liquid. So here's the theme.liquid. Do you have any question? Also, if you're wondering a bunch of things here, you can refer to the previous live stream. Honestly, watching, I know most of the live stream are 3 hours long, but let me tell you, they're all gonna be useful because they're all about Shopify theme development. I know there are times where like having fun. That's the whole point of it. But some part of the live stream is very, very insightful and useful. So watch it. What is the root? From what is scheme? From what is scheme? So all of this was covered in our previous live stream. We talked about the color scheme. I'm not gonna go through this because this is very, very in-depth. And basically the whole point of this is to allow merchants or users to set up the color scheme of their Shopify online store. Let me show you what this actually does. But all of this is just a bunch of CSS variables that can be used in the CSS. That's why now in the assets folder, we are using theme.css.liquid because we need to use objects such as the scheme.settings. Okay. So notice that this is all just CSS variables that starts with / scheme and background. And it's just basically the format of it. And if you take a look at the theme.css.liquid, or no, it's not it. It should be the src. Oh yeah, actually it still works because we're using a variable here. This. Notice that here in the body, we have the background that uses this variable. Technically this doesn't work in CSS, in that CSS. But now since we're using .liquid, we are now using this to get the value of the settings color scheme. And then once we get the color scheme, we append the background to get specifically the variable here. This, we're talking about this. And this variable holds a value, which is the settings.background. So it's all just about like colors that is set in the theme editor. Now let me show you what it looks like. So if we open the theme editor, should be this one. If we open that, and if we take a look at the theme settings, here in the basic settings, we have the schemes, and users or merchants can now customize the colors. So we have the background, right? The background, the primary colors, the secondary colors, text, links, icons, all this. Does that make sense? So that's the whole point of that scheme. And you can learn all this in the previous stream. I know it's gonna be like a long stream. It was like 3 hours, but trust me, it's gonna be useful. So enjoy it. It's all free content. Okay. So yeah, I guess I can go back to the VS Code, and I think this is good. And excuse me. All right, so we have here our page. Let's skip that. Shrek, the iconic ogre from the beloved animated film franchise has captivated audience worldwide with his hilarious antics and heartwarming story. In this article, we will delve into the legendary journey of Shrek as he embarks on an adventure across the country. There you go. So let's just save this. Okay, also, one thing, there's this theme template where you can change the template of your page. So the default page is the page.json or the template page. If you want to create another template, what you can do is go to the templates folder. Here's my templates. And create a new page.json, but you're gonna type page.template.json. Let me give you an example, honestly. So here in the templates folder, create a new file and call it page. For example, full width or fluid width.json. So that should create a new JSON, but it's not working, and that is because we need to put something inside of it. So let's just copy whatever is in the page.json and apply it to the same page fluid width.json. But this time, perhaps we can create a separate template, a section template. So going back to the sections folder, we'll create a new file and we'll call it template-page-full width.liquid, and this is the section that we're going to use there. So instead of template page, we will use template page-full-width. And we'll just copy this and apply it here, and make sure that you also change this. Okay. From Jashim, sorry, Jashim Khan. Hey, how are you? I'm Ryan from Bangladesh. That's a very unique name. Your username is different from your real name. Hi, Ryan. Welcome to Weekly stream. Shout out to Bangladesh. Welcome. Good to see you here. How are you doing? I'm great. Honestly, I'm happy to be back, but all the things happened, and I can't promise that I'll be able to come back anytime soon again. There's just plenty of work, to be honest, and just a lot of personal things going on. But I'm happy I'm back and just enjoying my my time at the moment. So yeah, while I'm still here, don't hesitate to ask questions. Utilize me. That's a weird thing to say, but you know what I mean. Make use of my presence. Ask questions if you have. If you have requests, do it. I'll be happy to help while I'm still here. David Frempong, great live stream. Thank you so much. That means so much to me. I'm really happy that some people find it useful and they enjoy it. So thank you so much, David, for enjoying them. How long have you been in the Shopify ecosystem for? That's a good question. Well, I started around 2017, 2018, around those years. Started with Shopify app development using PHP. I mean, to be fair, Shopify is the reason why Weekly How exists. I already talked about this in the past, in the previous live stream. But yeah, having my Shopify app development article trending, it got trending, so it boosted my website, and that got me into Shopify development. That's how I got my first job, and that's also how I started Weekly How, this YouTube channel. So yeah, it's been a long ride, and so yeah, I would say how many years? 7 years. 6 or 7 years That's a long time. Yeah, that's a long time. And I still feel like the same. Nothing changed. Except Shopify. A lot of things happened. A lot of things changed. The user interface changed a lot. Now we have Shopify CLI. Previously we had to write our Shopify apps from scratch. With PHP, we need to like literally use a library just to write a Shopify app. We need to use curl to connect to the API and so on. And now it's just so easy to develop Shopify apps. Very, very easy, thanks to Shopify CLI. But it's far from perfect, to be honest. It's far, far from perfect. And they're doing their best to make it as useful as possible. So I'm very proud of Shopify for everything that they've done to make everything work. I know some people will shit on it because especially at my work, Shopify is not taken seriously, apparently. Because most online store from Shopify are drop shipping or like small merchants who just want to sell, right? And that's kind of, yeah, I've seen that. But hey, it works. Happy to see you again. Thank you so much. I'm happy to be back. But yeah, like I said, while I'm still here, make use of it. I feel like blackmailing. But yeah, I'm serious. I'm not sure if I'm gonna be able to stream once again next time or this Wednesday. That's unlikely, very unlikely. So probably next week or next week. But as always, I'll try my best to announce that on a Discord. There's an exception today. I was at the office. I'm just like working. And while I still have time, I decided, you know what? I'm gonna stream just for today. I'm free. I have the energy. I'm motivated. Once I get home, I'll stream. And here I am. Ladies and gentlemen, I am streaming. So yeah, I'm happy to be back. From Jashim Khan, I am new to Shopify. I know HTML, CSS, JavaScript very well, but I can't fix my career. Can you give me a proper guideline? Which is best for me? Theme customization or theme development? Well, since you know HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, I would assume that you are comfortable with theme customization. Maybe just adjusting the width of a layout, or maybe positioning the button from left to right or right to left. That'd be your job. But if you're talking about Shopify online stores, it's very, very important to learn Liquid. Knowing Liquid will get you far. Trust me. But yeah, so since you know HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, go with theme customization. Promote yourself, saying that you can customize an online store. But yeah, can you create a custom component? Because most job as a Shopify theme developer, most of the time they're looking for someone who can create a custom section. They're looking for someone who can add certain things to their online store. Oh, hey, in the product page, I want to have this section that displays the timeline, how many days left this product's going to be on sale. You know what I mean? Those kind of complex features takes Liquid. So knowing Liquid will definitely help you. But yeah. One question from Gustavo Santana. The Dawn theme is a good theme to start to read code about online stores 2.0? That's a great question. Yes, I would say yes. It's a very good Shopify theme to start with. But my problem with Dawn is that it's not very documented. It's not very well documented, and you'll need to be an expert of like trying to understand how things work in a section or in a template. Let me give you an example. So let's go to github.com, Shopify done, right? Let's say I want to see just gotta be heavy. Featured product. At first glance, will you be able to understand what's going on here? Oh, sorry, I'm not showing my screen. Let's go here. At first glance, do you understand what's going on here? Jashim can then give me a step-step suggestions where to start. Liquid is a good start to learn. Learn the basics of objects, learn the basics of tags and filters. Just learn it. How to create variables, how to loop, how to use filters. That's a good start. So going back here, at first glance, will you be able to understand what's going on here? We're not even the best part yet. If we scroll all the way down, even just here, this is all just input. This is the best part. The input, because they have here custom components. For example, here we have the price per item. We have the quantity input. These are custom HTML tags. They are created right under here. That's just schema. Right under here? No, that's not it. I don't even know if this is here. This is all schema. No, that's not it. Oh, okay, so they separated it here in the product form.js. But basically, this whole thing is a custom HTML tag. So if we open product form.js, scroll down, but you get my point. There's so many things going on here, and if you're a beginner, this will definitely make you demotivated. I got demotivated when I seen this. Where's the product form? So here, they have a custom element called product form. And inside of this, I think they also create the custom elements. Oh no, this is just the, okay. So we also have here the price per item.js. It's also a custom element. And this get very, very thorough or deep. Like when you look at it, it'll definitely confuse you, especially if you're just beginner. And this is very advanced, a very advanced theme development. I covered this on my Shopify theme development course. So if you're just starting, and if you go to the product template lessons, that's why I divided into 5 parts. I think it was 5 parts, right? You'll learn it there. Creating a custom element as well. Let me go back to the questions. Give me a step-by-step suggestions where to start. Yeah, like I said, now that you know HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, proceed with Liquid. Learn the basics of objects, tags, and filters. Learn how to create a variable. Learn how to output. Learn how to loop. Learn how to make conditions using Liquid. And learn how to use filters. And most importantly, learn how to use documentation of Shopify theme dev, Shopify Liquid. It's easy to understand and it's just all there. So make use of it. And I'm gonna be honest, I've been developing Shopify themes for years and I still haven't perfected it yet. I still use the documentation of Shopify. Heck, I still forget a lot of things and I have to go back to the Shopify documentation. So yeah, my advice is just make use of the resources that you have. They're all free. And take my Liquid course. That's all I can give. I hope that's helpful. From KG, have you fiddled with interactive headless stores like Drake related? I don't get it. What is Drake? Can you clarify what you meant by that? Thank you so much. From David, what advice would you give finding clients? Wow. What advice can I give finding clients? This is gonna sound so bad, but I never looked for clients myself. They all go to me. And it's very unfortunate that most of them I had to decline. Recently, I received an email. They want me to work on this Shopify online store, but I had to decline because I got work and I have a lot of things to do. So I guess my advice is to build yourself a brand so you don't have to look for clients yourself. How can you build a brand? This is gonna sound so cheesy. I guess build a social media account where you talk about Shopify development, build a website, build a portfolio, build an article where you talk about Shopify development, you talk about your skills. Those are just organic way to get clients. And knowing that people will know that you're skilled in that area. That's how I would, I guess, that's all I can give. That's my advice. Create a platform where you can showcase your skills. But unfortunately, that takes time. That takes skills. That takes a lot of patience. But if you don't have much time, if you're in a rush to look for a client, well, there's plenty of platforms where you can find a client. There's a Shopify Reddit. I've seen some posts over there. They're looking for a Shopify developer. You can find some there. I don't recommend going to Fiverr. I don't recommend creating a Fiverr account to promote yourself. Honestly. What else? LinkedIn. LinkedIn is a good place to find clients. I have contacts that is looking for Shopify developers. So yeah. Honestly, if you're looking for a client, maybe I can help you. Join our Discord server and perhaps I can post jobs over there that can help you to find a client. Maybe that's a good idea. Yeah. I'm gonna create a new channel, job post related, and I'll be posting jobs over there that you can apply to. You think that's a good idea? Anyway, yeah, I think that's pretty much it. If you can still have questions, don't hesitate to let me know. I'll be glad to answer them. Okay, let's go back here. We can finally close this. And now that we have our page, and I also believe we created the template, so this should be good. It's synchronized. If we refresh this page, hold on, let me just save it. Share your Discord server here. Try the description below. I think there's a link over there. Though if it doesn't work, I'll try to share it. It's so weird because I always create a new link. I already did that. It's bizarre that it doesn't work. So here is the link. Is there any way I can pin that? I'll pin that later. Oh, I can pin it. There you go. That should be pinned. So join there, and later on I'll try to set up a new channel where I can post jobs. Maybe that's gonna be helpful. Okay, thanks so much for joining. Going back here in the browser, if you take a look here on the right side, here in the default, in the theme template, we still don't have the other template. That's weird. Oh, I know why. The reason why we don't have here the full width, and that is because we don't have the Shopify theme as a default theme. So how can you make it work? We can make it work by pushing the Shopify theme to our online store. So let's try that. So I'm going to open another command prompt, and here in the terminal, we will type Shopify theme push, and then the flag unpublished. Unpublished. Oopsies. Shoot. Typo. So let's push that, and we will see the Shopify theme in our online store. So it's asking for a name. So here, theme name, we can just type Shrek v2 or version 2. And that should push the theme files to that Shopify theme. Let's just wait for it. Okay. And to those of you who is new to those of you who is new or new to the server, to the Discord server, don't hesitate to introduce yourself to everyone. You know, share what you're doing, what you're working on, share your passion, share your favorite programming language. Introduce yourself, build yourself a profile that can also help you Maybe there's a client in the Discord server and they see you, they see your story, and they get impressed by how skilled you are. That can also get you a client. And that's always a good idea to network. Some people would say, I used to think like this, like, I don't need to network. I can easily find a job because I'm skilled. Because I can just go to Indeed.com, look for a job, and I'll be fine. I think it's a good mindset. I changed that. Especially right now. I tried my best to network as much as possible. I still hate LinkedIn. LinkedIn is just a mess. But networking is not a bad thing. Try to network. Try to connect with other professionals. That's gonna boost your career to an all-time high. So yeah, as much as possible network. That's another advice that I can give. I know connecting, or especially if you're an introvert, it's a big issue. So I don't like talk. I don't want to approach people. That's just, it's killing me. But at times like this, where finding a job is very difficult. A lot of people find it difficult to find a job. I always see this. I'm on Reddit, and I'm this subreddit called Recruiting Hell, and I always like to read stories of people finding it hard to find a job. And knowing this, it just breaks my heart. And I always go to the comment section of this subreddit post, and they have the same advice. Don't give up and try to network. That's mostly what I read all the time, what I see on Reddit. So yeah, that's also the advice I would give. Try to network as much as possible. Okay, so now that our Shopify theme is pushed, we can go back to our admin page. Where's my admin page? Here in the themes page, we can close this. We don't need that. Here, we scroll down, we have the Shrek version 2. Now it's published. What we can do is, we can set this as default. So I guess we can click publish. So click publish, click publish. And now it's using the Shrek version 2 as the default. Now we can go to the pages and open the legendary hero Shrek page. And if we click the theme template, now we finally have the fluid width. Ladies and gentlemen, we got it. So yeah, that's how you create the templates. I love JavaScript. Yeah, JavaScript's great. I don't know why people hate on it. Honestly, if you have JavaScript, if you know JavaScript, you can basically do anything, which is pretty funny because JavaScript used to be very small. Used to be. But no, you can do everything with JavaScript. It's funny. Bleached. Hey, welcome back. Don't worry. Welcome back. Good to see you again. But yeah, I apologize if I was not able to announce that early because I just decided to live stream because I missed you guys. It's been a while. I was just very busy, so thank you for understanding. What are we doing today? We are working on a template, just a single template, and that's the page template. That's it. Why message gets hidden? Can follow up the question. In the video, Yeah. Well, I can't show everything, especially if I have to change my screen from one scene to another. If you want me to go to my whole face, for example, you still have the chat over here. But if I go to the intermission once again, oh, it doesn't actually disappear. Previously, it disappears. Yeah. And it's actually pretty small, so I apologize if you can't follow up. If you want, you can open the YouTube live stream. If you're watching this on YouTube, I'm pretty sure you are watching this on YouTube. There's a chat. You can just scroll up. That's so mean. But yeah, I can't do much. That's all I can do. I can't show everything. Otherwise, that's a lot of work. Damn, laughing my ass off. Gotta grind JavaScript now. No, seriously, JavaScript is great, but I understand why people hate on it. Some people hate on it because one of the things that this is pretty funny. One of the most common things that I hear, or why JavaScript sucks, and that is the addition. That is the addition. Let me give you an example. If you go to console, here, you type 1 plus 1, it says 2, right? That's 2, right? But what if we do 1 plus 1? It's 11. And that most of the time that's what I see when people hate JavaScript, and that is because of this. When you have two values, two variables, and you want to add them, it gets concatenated. And that's just one of the funny things I always see. I mean, my message gets deleted. Ah, well, maybe you are sharing a link because YouTube does something. But honestly, I don't understand what this Drake related. I was asking if you have seen the new interactive web design, like Drake related. I haven't seen. Let me search it up. Maybe I can find it. Interactive web design, Drake related. Are you talking about this? Are you talking about this? Is what you're talking about? No, I have not seen this. Oh, Drake. Drake, okay. Okay, I was like confused, like what is Drake related? So you're talking about this. Hold on. Is there a URL? There's no URL. There's no URL. So maybe we can just search it. Drake related. This. You know, I'm not gonna go to that topic. I'm not gonna go to the topic because I know. When you hear the word Drake, I know. I know what you're thinking, and the answer is no. We're not going there. not gonna go to the topic. Okay. So this is the platform, right? So it gets like very interactive. Why I gotta click on the pants? Now it's just reminding me of it. To be fair, I haven't seen it. Personally, I haven't seen it. I've heard it, but I haven't seen it myself. So don't bring it up. I haven't seen it myself. And I'm not interested to see it. Nope. But yeah, I think you can do it with Three.js. And besides, it looks, I don't know if, can you move? If you can't move, then this looks like just a plain JavaScript or PNG file. Yeah, goddamn, it's just a plain PNG file. I thought you can move or something. Yeah, it's just a PNG then. But what I noticed is, okay, so there's basically a point here where the position of this button is relative to this area. Okay, so there's a div with an absolute position, but we can take a look. Okay, so there's a bunch of anchor tags here with an absolute position that is calculating how much you go, like left, top, etc. So I would say, yeah, this looks like created using hydrogen. Yeah, this is created using hydrogen. I don't see it to be a Shopify theme. Yeah, it's also using oxygen. So this is made using hydrogen. So probably they used a framework or a library to develop this. I'm not sure if they go straight to Three.js to calculate a point or not. That's just my guess. It used to be more interactive, got updated lately. Ah, okay. So can you like move from one place to another? You can like change the camera angle. If that's the case, then yeah, Three.js definitely how you can do it. Three.js. It's a 3D library. You can do something like this. Just an example. Yeah. Right. Pretty cool. Now you're missing out a lot. I don't mind missing out a lot. At some point, sometimes in life, you gotta miss out on something. Sometimes you don't need to be caught up. In life, sometimes you don't need to see anything. You don't need to see everything. You gotta live like how you want to live. Sometimes you just gotta keep moving forward and don't look back. And what's happening to Drake right now? Just move forward, don't look back. But it's a funny meme though, it's a funny meme. By the way, you should check out Discord. Oh no, don't tell me there's another screenshot. I love you, Bleach, thank you so much for that. Of course. Now I have a better camera, so now I'm more high quality than before. You're welcome. Thank you so much for that. Okay. Anything else? Do we still have more questions here? I don't think so. So maybe we can proceed. Right? So you know now how to create a custom template. So you have the fluid width that you can use. But that's not gonna work because we are working locally. If you want to use the template, you need to always push the Shopify theme. And obviously that's not something that you want to do, right? So in the meantime, what you can do is just work on the regular page template here. And that's what we're going to do. So let's open a page, for example, here. Oh, you can actually open the fluid width here. I don't know what I'm talking about. So there's two templates that you can use, right? So you have two. So let's go to the default here. So the page title, what you want to do first is create a div with a class container. And make sure that we use the margin X auto. Just like that. And we move all of this inside. And let's just make it simple. Let's create a heading title 1 and move the page title here. And we'll do the same thing, but let's create a div with a class. Hold on. Create a div with a class article. No. Div that page hyphen meta. And we'll just move this two inside. But wrap each of this using span. Not spa, but span. There you go. We'll do the same thing for this one. Span. And move it here. And now what we can do is create a style. Let's create the style sheet. And for the title, we'll give it a margin Y margin of 0 pixel, no, 10 pixel, 0 pixel. And for its font, we'll make it 18 or 20 pixels or 1.5 rem. I think that should be good. I think it should be good. Now I'm more high quality than before. Word of wisdom. That's a beautiful wisdom, I would say. I learned that from Master Uguay. Oh, it didn't work. I think that's one of my problems. Let me close this now. Don't need that. And we can open the page. I can't open this yet. So perhaps let's also fix that. Here in the navigation, let's open the main menu and the Shrek. Let's edit that. Instead of number sign, let's look for the page, the legendary Shrek. Let's apply that, save it. And let's reload. Now let's open this page. Or is it not working yet? It's not working, and perhaps it's not working because of the navigation. So let's also fix that. Go into the header.liquid. If we go to the anchor tags, it's still using number sign here, which it shouldn't be like that. Should be the object sublink dot link dot URL, I think. Sublink. What about the, okay, this one? Link the title. Okay, so this is for sublinks. So what we want to do is look for the link with no sublink. So link URL. What about this one? Root URL. For each link, if link.links is greater than 0, okay, so we're using the sublink.url, that's good. href link the URL, I think it's good. And I don't see why it's not working. Let's go back here. Refresh. Oh, there you go. Now we can see it. Awesome. What I want to do is open the terminal, not the terminal, but the elements, and see that it's not using the class. Can close that, close this. Doesn't have any class. So let's use the title class. It's not yet using the class. There you go. So now we have the legendary hero Shrek title. So perhaps we can set its font weight to 700 no, 700. And the margin is not working. Is it working? It is working. So maybe we can increase it and turn the font size to 75. Okay, that's good. So 0.75, let's turn it to 30. Let's save that. And we can start working on the next class, and that's going to be the page-meta. Now what I want to do is, we're not going to use, can we use apply? I don't think this is going to work. This is not going to work. So, page meta, author, can set its font size to 0.75 frame, and then the color to FFF or 000, or maybe we can customize that here so we know what it's gonna look like. This is usually how I do it. If I want to change colors of something, I just like edit it here and just like that, and I know that this is visible because of the contrast ratio. This is very useful. You will see that this is readable by looking at the points. So 4.5, that is good contrast. And usually you will find a bar or lines here that will tell you which one should be used. So if both is checked, that's a good contrast. That means it's readable. So let's use this, for example. So 3434. 343434. That's a good contrast. And let's give it a margin as well. So margin bottom. Let's give it a margin bottom of 30 pixel. Let's save that. Now if we reload this page, you should have that title and the meta. Okay, that's it. Pretty simple article page. Unless you want to customize this and add custom sections, which you can do, obviously. If we go to the theme editor, we can add a new section for this template. We can add a video. So underneath, you can do this. You can put it above. So it looks like there's a thumbnail or something. And let's select the video. There's a thing right here. It'll have that. And now if you go here, you have that video. So you're allowed to customize this to whatever you want. There's a bug, it's not fully width. Yeah, that's it. We can fix that. Let's try to fix that. Why is it not working properly? Let me dock it at the bottom so I can see the problem. So inside of a div, okay. So looks like we need to make sure that the width of the video is 100%. So let's try it here. Let's try it here. There we go. So we just need to set the width to 100% so it's all covered. That's pretty easy. Can go back to the section video. And here, in this div, in this object, we can add a class and add width 100. And that should be good. If we reload, not good. Perhaps we're missing something. Controls class width 100. Is he not using the class? I don't see anything. Oh, it's supposed to be width full, not width 100. My dumbass. Let's also check the CLI. Maybe we got some issues. No issues at all. So we're good. There you go. Now it's fully width. And if you close that, you should be able to see the video, the full width. So that is perfect. That should also fix everything. Okay. For all this, obviously, since this is a what you see is what you get editor, you can always customize the content of your page to however you want. Like, for example, here you can add a photo of Shrek. I don't know. This one. You can insert that, put it in the middle. You can highlight Shrek. You can even create a title. What is his journey? And turn it into what? A heading 2. And then the second one can call this Who is Shrek and Donkey? And I'm just giving you examples, right? And now if we save this, page is saved, going back to the page. Nope. Nope. Come on. Come on. There you go. Thank you. But we have a problem because there are tags that don't have styles yet, and we need to also work on that. And that's why it's always a good idea to set up your CSS. So since we have that issue, instead of doing it here, I mean, you can do it here. It's not a big deal. You can also like create like a h2 tag. You can set up all the tags here. Honestly, I'd recommend to just work on here in Tailwind.css and set up all the title tags that you want to use. So for example, let's move all of this. Get rid of that. Don't need that. And put it here. We can just comment like here, for example, typography. Can do it like that. Oopsies. And then just separate all this with a comment. That will make it more developer friendly. Drop downs. And now you can set up here the titles, like for example the h1. So since this is just title, let's set it to h1, and then we can set up another h2. This time we're gonna make it 1.5. Next one is h3. We're gonna make it 1.25. Next one is h4. We're gonna make it to 1 rem, and so on. h5. 0.75. Yeah, you can do it like that. That way, all the heading titles in the entirety of your Shopify online store is going to be styled using this. But there's gonna be a problem as well if you have conflicts with stylings. Just to give you an example. For example, here we have a bunch of like titles too. Like we don't know if it's using the h2 style that we did here or the class that we have here. So sometimes there can be conflict, so be careful with that too. So as much as possible, you might want to create a separate class for your articles, for your pages. But most developers do it like this. I don't know. Most of them do it like this. Like they have a variable as well. For example, in the root, they have a root, and they have a variable called theme font or h1 font size, and they have 1.75 rem, and they use that here using the var. So theme, sometimes they do it like that. That way, if they have h1 tags in their project, for example here, they don't need to specify a class for the font size. Sometimes they do it like that. So if they need to change the font size, they can just like do it directly here in the variable, and it'll affect everything. Sometimes that's a good idea. Sometimes. But there are cases that I'd prefer to separate stylings. I know sometimes that's also not a good idea because that takes a lot of work. But that's just how I work. It depends. It depends how you work. Right now I'm working on this app, the company I'm working with right now, and they have their own like SAS file where they have a bunch of setting and variables that you can just adjust directly and it'll affect everything. That makes it easier to customize the theme or the app. I don't know, sometimes it's annoying because if I have to adjust a component, for example, sometimes it's difficult to do that because if you make adjustments, it'll affect other things too. So at the end of the day, I just create a new variable just to give it to that specific component. But yeah. Can you give your YouTube video list where I start beginner friendly video to start? Can you give your YouTube video related to Shopify theme development, right? I think I have like a playlist of videos. You can start from there. But I wouldn't say that is somewhere beginner friendly, because there are videos on my channel that is quite not beginner friendly. Honestly, there's still so many things I need to cover. How many videos do I have? I just have like under 33 videos. So on the playlist, I have the Shopify theme development playlist with 27 videos. Oh.
This video we're going to create.
And you can start from here if you want to learn how to create an FAQ page, how to create a counter timer, how to start with Shopify theme. Look at that guy.
The Shopify theme from scratch using
Do I look different?
theme kit. Stay tuned for that. Now for this video, I'm only going to...
You can start from here.
Whether you're a Shopify developer or not, if you use Shopify, chances are you'll encounter your store's source code or your Shopify store source code.
This is just giving me flashbacks. We went through a lot. Did we? God damn. I kinda miss it. I'm gonna be honest, I miss my past. I don't know why. I used to just live a simple life. I used to just do my own thing. I used to enjoy making videos. That sounds sad. But yeah. I feel like my passion towards making videos is just so different. Like even just making this, I had so much fun making this.
Which is mostly written in HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and of course, Liquid. If you're a developer, you probably know already what HTML is, CSS is, JavaScript is, but Liquid, what is Liquid? Is that something that you lick with? That was not a good joke, is it? Jokes aside, in this video,
You can see my passion here. My jokes are stupid, but I had fun writing it. Watching this and compare it to my latest ones definitely
I'm filming
is
this video,
different.
This video is sponsored by Shopify.
boss, you're gonna love this. Got some great news.
It's so different. in a way, I'm proud of what I've accomplished, what I did. I'm proud of my work. But yeah, I don't know, I just like, I miss my past self. I miss how I work on my videos. I miss how passionate I am. I used to be passionate. I'm still passionate with my videos. In fact, it's twice as passionate as before. But still get my point, it's so different. Yeah. It's crazy. I used to be like consistent too with my videos. But right now, I feel like my work is just about experimenting. I feel like whenever I make a new video, for example, I feel like I just want to satisfy my creative side of things. At that point, I started to care less about views. It doesn't matter if I get like 500 views per video. I just want to make something watchable, but at the same time useful. Like the one I'm doing here. Like it's something that I enjoyed a lot, but it's also something useful. I don't know if you get my point, but it's just, yeah, it's so different.
We're gonna be talking about liquid programming so you can understand
I sound different
what's
too.
happening behind the scenes of your Shopify store. Stay tuned for that.
Stay tuned for that. Is that different?
Before we start this video is sponsored by me. If you're interested to learn how to create Shopify themes, you can enroll to my course, Shopify Theme Development course. And in that course, I will teach you how to create a Shopify theme from scratch. I'll teach you anything that you need to know to create a functional Shopify theme. If you're interested, I'll put the link in the video description below and use the coupon code. You can use the coupon code LIQUID to get 30% off of your purchase. Alright, let's go back to the video. So before we start learning Liquid or how to code using Liquid,
Before you start being junior, you should know how to use it. What's with my hand gestures? It's crazy.
let's understand first what is Liquid. So Liquid is a template language created by Shopify and is written mostly in Ruby. It is mainly used for controlling or maintaining what is happening in front end, or basically is it controls the flow of your Shopify store. So you can consider Liquid as a back-end programming language. HTML, CSS, JavaScript are what you're seeing in your browser, in your front end, and then Liquid is what's working, or basically Liquid is the guy who works behind the scene to control or to maintain your Shopify store. You can think of it like a cereal bowl. So basically the cereal is the HTML,
I did not expect that. I think I remember what I did there.
CSS, and JavaScript, and then the milk that you pour in here is basically liquid, because it is. It's liquid. So you mix them.
This is so stupid.
And voila, you have a cereal bowl. You have a Shopify store.
Yeah, that milk is expired. Just a fun fact. That milk that I poured in that cereal is expired, and I eat it. And after that, after filming that video, I shut myself, went straight to the toilet, and spent my whole afternoon there.
I think the milk is expired. On a serious note though, if you take a look at your development store or your Shopify
That's the
store
biggest
store
mistake I've ever
editor,
did.
you will see there are a bunch of codes that starts with curly braces, not the JSON code.
So yeah, that's just one thing that you don't know behind the scene or what's happening in my video. Now you know.
Symbols. Those codes are liquid codes. But don't worry, we're going to talk about more of this later on so you get an idea what are they. So, first of all, Liquid codes are categorized in three parts: objects, filters, and then tags. So objects is basically what you use to tell Shopify or Liquid what to render or display in front end. So to put this simply, basically objects is like an echo statement from PHP or cout of C++.
No.
So you're basically
No.
telling Shopify.
It's just funny how I describe things like this before. Like, it's so simple-minded. It's not.
An object, you're basically rendering the value of that object. So say for example,
Technically,
a
he's right.
variable. So you can use that variable as an object, and then Shopify will think of it, or Liquid will think of it as an object, and then, oh, I will render the object. I will render the value of this variable. So you probably get an idea now how to create or use an object. So you need to start with double curly braces, and then inside of that curly braces, you need to apply or provide an object or a variable. Okay, so let's open our code editor. So select edit code, and you should open our code
How
editor.
I
And then
explain it
let's
is just
open our
pretty
templates folder. Should be
simple-minded. No, objects, they are wrapped with double curly braces, and objects are basically, they contain properties that you can use to display specific value. That's how I would describe it now. Obviously, you can create your own objects using tags such as assign, increment, decrement, etc. You can create those objects and display it like how you would display or output the values of objects and their properties by wrapping them using double curly braces. That's the basics of an object. Okay, but object technically doesn't mean it's like the echo statement of PHP or the cout in C++. It's just very simple-minded explanation. I don't know why I explained it that way. It's just childish.
with this one, close the layout, close everything, open the templates, and open the index.liquid, and we should have the following objects. So content for index is an object that displays the content of your homepage. So basically, that's what you're seeing here in the homepage. So if
Content for index is a layout object, by the way. You can only use that object, especially that object, that content for index. You can only use that in the index.liquid template file. But now, honestly, content for index is somewhat deprecated. Why? Because of JSON templates. With JSON templates, you actually don't need to create index.liquid. You don't even need to create the template section for that. You just have an index.json template file in your templates folder, and in the JSON, in the object, you specify what sections you want to do, what sections you want to use in the homepage. Most of the time, in the index.json, you display, I don't know, the hero section, the featured collection section, the featured products, the contact form. That's it. Maybe you have video section. Maybe you have image banner section. Usually you use those sections in the index.json template. But you don't necessarily need to create a template section. Okay.
get rid of this, and if we save this, and if we refresh our page, our home page, we should have nothing but header and then footer. So now, going back in here in our index.liquid, we can start creating our first object. So say for example, let's create an object. So like I said, to create an object, create double curly braces, and inside of this, between these curly braces, just type the object. So for example, let's use shop, And then to use an attribute, we're going to add dot symbol and then the attribute name, which is name. So if we save this,
Correction,
if we
it's
open our browser again,
dot notation. I mean, it works as well. Dot symbol, shop, dot notation, and then the property.
and if we refresh our homepage, we should have the following name of our Shopify store. Now, obviously, there are a lot of attributes or objects that you can use in your Liquid code. There's the shop that we used, and then there's the product, collection, page, customer, etc., etc. Okay, so now that we know how to
Etc.
create
etc. Yeah,
objects,
there's just
let's
plenty
learn
of them. There's plenty of objects that you can use. You can always refer to the documentation of Shopify. So if you just go here in the objects, there's just plenty of them, and I don't even think you'll be able to like read all of this in one day. If you ever decide to do that, I'll give you a bonus. That's something I'd regret saying. But yeah, these are the products. These are the objects that you can use. It is plenty.
how to use filters.
Filters.
Now filters, they're the ones that changes the output of your objects. So say for example, we have a string value hello world and everything is in lowercase. So if we use a filter called uppercase, basically the uppercase filter will make the following string uppercase. So this string is what we're going to see in our browser.
Mind blown. Who would have thought that if you use the filter uppercase, it will make the hello world string uppercase? I thought it was gonna make it lowercase. What? That's crazy. Maybe if I use the lowercase filter, it will make the string lowercase. That would be nuts.
In our front end. So that's filter, something that changes the output of an object. So let's go back to our code editor, and here in our index.liquid we have the following object shop.name, right? So shop is the object and then name is the attribute from shop. Now to add or to use a filter, all you need to do is to add a pipe symbol after the attribute or the object. So let's just add a pipe symbol. You can find that on your keyboard just above the shift key or the right shift key. And then after the pipe
depends on
symbol,
the keyboard.
just add a filter. Say for example, let's use uppercase. Now if we save this and if we refresh our homepage, as you can see, the name of our store is displayed in an uppercase form. Now it's also possible to use one or more filters in one object, so you're not limited to just one filter. Now say for example, now we're using an uppercase filter, right? Now if you want to add another filter,
You know what?
all you need to do is just
This is so meta because I'm live streaming and you're watching me and I'm watching myself. This is nuts. And you know what? There should be like, if I want, I can watch my live stream. So it's gonna be meta. It's gonna be an endless reaction. Hey Cornell, what's up? Welcome back. Good to see you. It's been a while. I felt like I've been gone for many years and I haven't seen you. How are you doing? We just finished a template. Well, yeah, it's finished. Should we still go in depth, like how to do all this? Maybe we can just fix the image later on. Let's do that. How long have I been streaming, to be honest? I feel like I've streamed for 2 hours now. Have I? Oof, I'm working a lot. Yeah, I can see that. Me too. Actually, I've been working a lot too. On my new job, I just like have so many tasks. I also have to work on the weekend. So, yeah, but regardless, I'm having fun. I enjoy it. I am learning a lot actually. My Python skills have improved so much. Creating an API using Flask helped me. It's great. Show me. So yeah, this is the template that we did. It's pretty simple. We just display the title of the page, display the meta, the date. Actually, there's no author. That's surprising. I don't know why there's no author. Where's the author? There should be an author. Or maybe by default, there's no author for pages, I think. But yeah. So right now, we are just talking about my past. You know, how different my old videos compared to my recent ones. It's just giving me chills, giving me emotions. And I feel like I miss the past. I wish I could just travel back in time and just enjoy one more time what I was doing before. You know, without worries. Like, who would have thought that I've gone this far? It's just making me cry. But yeah, it's a good time. It's a good time, definitely.
To add another pipe symbol, and this time we'll use another filter. Say for example, let's use the filter called prepend. So prepend is a filter that adds a string value before the object or the value of the object. So say for example prepend, and if you honestly save this is not going to work because some filters requires you to add or to pass a value or a parameter. So let's try and save this. It worked. So if we refresh our page, as you can see, we got an error that says liquid error, wrong number of arguments given 1 expected 2. So we need to pass a value for our prepend filter. So to add a value or to pass a value, all you need to do is just to use colon after the prepend filter and then space, or just add double quotes or single quotes, and then between of these quotes just add a text. Say for example hello and then space, just to separate the value of the shop name and then the hello world or the hello word, the word hello. Let's try and save this honestly. And if we refresh our homepage,
sent you a
we should have the
screenshot.
following output. So hello space.
So yeah, prepend is a filter that will just basically add a string before the output of your property or object. Pretty straightforward. And there's also the append, which does the opposite. You guys don't know that. So there's a screenshot from, is that the work that you did? Are you gonna make me proud once again, Cornell? You always surprise me. And yes, you have surprised me once again. Look at you. Is this the ad? This is Chef Kiss, and now you look like a professional brand. This is great. Damn, I like it. I like that you also used a very baity image. I don't know if that's intentional, but if that's the purpose, big brain move. Big brain move. Gotta be honest. Look me in the eye, Cornell. Look me straight in the eye and tell me that you intentionally used those photos, those pants, to get the attention of I'm not judging. It's business after all. I'd do the same thing. If I ever like make a brand that is selling bra, I'd use them tits. I said it. That's business. So I'm proud of you for doing that. I admire you for doing that. You gotta zoom it. You have to zoom it more. There's like There's more space here. Perhaps you can zoom it more. What about the second one? Ah, okay, so I think I know now what you're doing here. It's basically like a slide, right? So if you scroll left, it's like attached. Okay, Bleached, have a good night, rest well, and thank you so much for coming once again. I'll see you soon. I can't promise if I'll be able to stream anytime soon. Perhaps I'll do that next time, or like next week. Definitely Wednesday. I'm not gonna be available. But yeah, I'll see you soon. Stay in touch. Take care. Enjoy your sleep. Okay. Going back to the screenshot. What more can I say, Cornell? What more can I say? It's very impressive. I like it. But is it already developed? Jashim Khan. Okay, you're leaving as well. Thank you so much for joining, by the way. Whoever joined, shout out to all of you. Thank you so much for joining. I appreciate it. I appreciate your time and effort, collaborating with me and asking questions. I'm gonna miss it. Definitely. So yeah. Have a good night and rest well, and I'll see you next time. But I'm not leaving yet, don't worry. Probably in like 30 minutes or so, I'll stop my stream as well. Because I am tired. It is impressive. This is great, Cornell. Good job. Did you make this yourself? And the account page. Right, yeah, I understood it. Meme profile. This is impressive. I'm so proud of you. Thank you so much for sharing this amazing work. You did well. What about the actual website? Is it already done? Or not yet? So, friends. Mean profile. That's just, I got influenced by a lot of people. But I assume that's not how you pronounce it. Mean profile. Mean profile. Mean profile. Yeah, good job. Don't hesitate to keep sharing it with me, and we'll showcase it to the rest of the viewers. So you're basically promoting your brand. Actually, you should pay me. This is free promotion. I shouldn't be doing this. Hide. One question, yeah, tell me. Don't hesitate to ask questions. You know, I noticed that I'm not even looking at my stats anymore. I don't even know how much people is watching. So, you know what? It doesn't matter. I don't ship outside Norway yet. Okay, is that a big deal? The question is there a way to add delete my account for the customer? Yeah, there should be an API for that. I'm not sure if I remember, but there should be. Customer delete. Yeah, there's an API, but with like storefront. That's admin GraphQL. That's GraphQL. That's storefront. Customer, that's API. Product delete. Architecture, template, customer, account. No, I don't think there's a way to use Liquid itself to delete a customer, but you can create like a custom app for that. But that's a lot of work, to be honest. If you want customers to delete their account, what you can do, this is a cheat way to do it. What you can do is add an anchor tag at the end that will open a link that will allow them to fill up a form. Or, I don't know. To basically email you that, hey, I'm requesting for my account deletion. That's a easy path to take to allow users to delete their account. But deleting an account directly from Shopify using Liquid, there's no object, there's no tag for that. Like even the form. I don't remember having like a... It's not it. Form tag. What the hell is this? What the hell is this? It's a bug in their search tag. Oh, so here we just have the following endpoints. So activate customer account, contact, create customer, customer address, customer login, product, reset, storefront password. No, that's not it. Create customer. Generates a form for creating new customer without registering. Yeah, that's all just creating a customer. There's no such thing to delete a customer. Yeah. So if you want to allow your customers to delete their account, create a custom form that will email you that, hey, I'm requesting for the deletion of my account. And that should be it. It's one way to do it. Second way is to create a custom app that will trigger an API to delete the app. Not the app, but the customer. Sorry. Great. Thank you so much for the question. Thank you so much for sharing your work. It's great. So proud of you. Always happy to see your work. Always happy to see everyone's work. So yes, if you're watching this, don't hesitate to go to the Discord or just share it here in the chat. I'd love to always look at your work, share my feedback if I have one, share my thoughts. That's always the whole point of this live stream, just to, interact with everyone and just do whatever. I love doing that. I will let you know when the store is done. Yeah, do it. I'll wait for it. I'll probably be your first customer. I don't know. No, but you said like you're not shipping outside of Norway, so no worries. But I don't even know if my ass is gonna fit to those pants. I don't have that kind of ass. Yet. Maybe in the future. I don't know. Oh, dang. Nice shirt. This is like a baggy shirt. I like those kind of shirts. I love that. It's great. It looks comfy. It looks very comfy. Good job. I like that. Yeah, I can see it. I can see it. Like the fabric, I can see that it's a bit, it's thick. I feel like it's thick. Acid washed. Oh, that's why. I feel like it's pixelated or something. I thought my eyes are like deceiving me. It looks great. Did you, how did you get all this, like, are you working with a supplier? I assume, yeah. And you're basically just giving them the design and they'll do the printing? Or do you do everything, like the supply chain? How does the entire business go? I mean, you don't have to share it. That's a very private thing. And I'm curious. Okay, so perhaps while we're at it, I'm just gonna finish this, or we can style this up. I'm gonna have to add a new comment. It's gonna be a quick one. Media, for example. So for example, here the video will set its width to 100%. We'll do the same thing. You know what? We'll do it in the same like image. That should be it. There we go. Perhaps we can add like image and margin. Let's give it a 18 pixel top and 0 left and right. Let's also give it a rounded corners. So how do you do it again? The rounded corners? Border radius. Almost forgot about that. 12 pixels. The cost here in Norway is too high, so I worked with a supplier in China. Oh yeah. Smart move, yeah. I feel like that's all how it works most of the time. If you build your own business, most of the time your supplier is from China to save money. Even like Apple does the same thing. Okay. I think that settles it. So it is not mobile friendly, and we definitely need to add a padding for all this. So we're gonna add a padding for the template. So let's give it a padding X of 5. There we go. Yeah, that's more optimal. I like that. Good job. And I guess that's pretty much it. We're done with the template page. I like that. One down. All right. That kind of reminds me. How many percentage do you think are you in now? How much progress have you made? Are you almost done developing the entire online store, or is still like plenty of things to do? Are you halfway through? Or almost done? Because I remember you want me to work with you in the past. So I'm quite like I'm really happy that you're doing well with this entire thing. 50, 60, you're halfway through then. Have you done the product template? The product page? Is it done or you still have plenty of things to add in there? Because your brand is really promising, so I'm really rooting for your business. There's a potential in there, so good job. Look forward to see your growth. Especially you're young. You're very young, you're doing all this. It's very good. Also May. You may start to develop an app for the store. Go for it. You might as well like learn everything. They'll make you an awesome entrepreneur and a founder of your brand. Are you looking to like partner with a COO? Or just basically planning to do a single brand or single company that's just you? But it feels like it's more like a business, right? It's not something that you want to build as a startup. No. This is a business. From Ahmed Fathi. Hi, I want to add custom option that when the client add image, the price increase. How can I make this option? Simple. You can use a meta field or a meta object for the product. But it's very tricky to deal with prices because you can't do that. You can't dynamically change the price. You can't do that. You can do that with variants. You need to predefine your variants. What you can do is, in your product, you set up a variant, like a bunch of variants. For example, for variant 1, it's one image, and you set up a price. For variant 2, customers can add 2 image, and you set up a price, and so on. Variant 3, users, clients, customers can use 3 images for this amount. All prices are predefined. You can't create a JavaScript code that will change the price. That's not possible, unfortunately, unless you use an API, which I don't really recommend because that takes a lot of API calls. And what if there's plenty of like customers doing that? It's basically gonna spam API calls to your system if you create a custom app, which I honestly don't recommend doing as well because that takes a lot of work. So yeah, go straight with just variants. Web view app. Well, I may need to add other companies' products. get more products in the store. Oh, like a multi-store kind of thing, like Amazon. That's gonna make you look like a drop shipping online store. And I don't think you want to do that. No? You want to make sure that your brand is still your brand. Because if you start doing that, I don't know. That's just my personal opinion. It feels like not legit. Like this brand is selling other brands? That's sketchy. I don't know. That's just my opinion. That's just my 2 cents. Adding variant that client can upload the image. Well, what you can do is, that's a bit tricky because you can use meta fields for that. Let me double check. I don't think that's possible. I don't think that's possible without using an app. You need to use an app. You need to create a custom app for that. You're basically, what you're gonna do is, in your product page, you are appending or prepending a form that will allow your customers to upload a file. And on upload, it sends the image to your backend and you attach like a customer ID or something. But that's tricky as well, because you're basically allowing users to upload files to your system and they're not even yet sure if they're going to purchase. That's probably gonna clog your system too. So yeah, this kind of feature is tricky. What you can do is just to describe in your product page that customers can send an image on their purchase after they purchase the product. But it's very you can't just do this with Liquid. Unfortunately, you can't just do this with Liquid. You're gonna need to use JavaScript. You're gonna need to use an API to make this work. You're gonna need to use a Shopify app for this. So you're gonna need to develop your own custom app if you want to make this work. Like creating a custom option that will allow users to upload a file. File upload is always tricky. Maybe there's a Shopify app that will allow you to do that. Shopify App Store upload image. We'll add other Norwegian products like diet products. But is your brand is still on there? Like at least your logo should be there. That'll make you more authentic. You know what I mean? It's good for your brand. But if you start selling products that is not yours originally, I don't know, it feels like a drop shipping online store. And it doesn't look nice for your brand. Just my thoughts. Okay, I've seen this. I feel like this is what I'm talking to Ahmed Fafi. I feel like this is what you're looking for, right? You want customers to upload a file. Yeah, you definitely need to set up an API or backend for all of this. So you want users to upload a file and then send it to you on their purchase. You can't just do this with Liquid. Too many rules for diet products. Better do buy already existing product. I know, but I think here's what you're gonna do, or what you should do. But it's a long process, I can imagine. Is to talk to the brand and collaborate with them. Tell them that you're a brand that is related to sports and you want to collaborate with them and sell their products in your online store. But maybe they can offer you to put your brand in their products, which is very unlikely to happen. I can see that because no one's gonna do that. Why would I put this unknown brand in my product for no particular reason? So that's very unlikely. Not gonna happen. But I don't know. I feel like just focus first on your brand. Focus on the pants and the clothes, the underwears. But of course, it's your business. Maybe you have a better plan for that. I was just saying I was just sharing my opinion. So don't take it. Don't take it as a business advice. Thank you so much from Ahmed. No worries. Thank you so much for the question. Thank you so much for sharing your thoughts. Appreciate it. I want to learn more about Shopify development. Please tell me what is the best way, bro. Best way is to, well, it depends. Are you talking about the entire ecosystem of Shopify? From app to what? Theme? I've said this so many times. If you want to learn how to develop like Shopify apps and themes, learn the fundamentals of programming if you haven't yet. It's important. Learn JavaScript. If it's theme, then Liquid, definitely. Learn the fundamentals of Liquid. It's also important to learn HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. That's just the 4 infinity stones to become a Shopify developer, a theme developer. HTML, that's the that is the time stone. What are the infinity stones? Infinity stones. What are the infinity stones? HTML is the time stone. I don't know why. CSS, that is the reality stone. JavaScript, that is the soul stone. And Liquid, that is the mind stone. I don't know the two. What is the two? Let's go with Bootstrap. Maybe that's the power stone. Hey. And other frameworks, other libraries, JavaScript libraries, that's going to be the space stones, right? That is your Shopify theme development infinity stones. Take all of that, you're gonna be an amazing Shopify theme developer. That's all I can say. No, on a serious note, Liquid, definitely. HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, definitely. That's the one thing that you need to be an expert on. Knowing them will allow you to master Shopify theme development. Learn web development. Also, I feel like web design is the whole point of theme development. Knowing how to design a proper product page, knowing what is user experience, UI and UX, is also very important in Shopify theme development. You can't just build an online store without knowing the psychology behind customers. You should know where to put the button to attract the eyes of your customer. If you take a look at like a product page, usually an image is on the left, right? It's on the left, and on the right is the product title, the price, the variants, the buy now button, the product description, etc. It's also a good idea to learn UX, user experience. It can go far, far, far. You need plenty of things to learn to master web development. So should you learn a framework? That's debatable. At the end of the day, you should always learn things that will help you improve web development, your web development skills. I wouldn't say I'm an expert in Shopify theme development. I still have plenty of things to learn. I can learn more. You should apply the same thing to you. Right? You can still learn new things. It's an endless learning, to be honest. I'm still learning too. Every day there's a new framework. Every day there's a new JavaScript framework, JavaScript library. It's an endless learning. And even Shopify, they just keep building new things. It's crazy. So yeah, so if you wanna learn theme development, knowing the 4 things, knowing JavaScript, CSS, HTML, and Liquid, that is the fundamentals, or that's the skeleton of a Shopify theme. I'm wrong. Listen, it's also important to know the ecosystem of Shopify. Let's say you know HTML, CSS, JavaScript, Liquid. If you don't know the ecosystem of Shopify, what's the point? So you should know what's the product, what's in the Shopify online store. I mean, that's pretty easy to learn. Not a big deal, but it's also good. It's important to know that. Knowing the template systems, knowing why Online Store 2.0 exists. What is the difference between Liquid templates and JSON templates? Yeah, you see, there's plenty of things to learn. It's an endless learning experience. But you get my point. Yeah. At the end of the day, it's all just web development. Resources, please, for theme development. My number 1 resources that you can use is shameless plug, weeklyhow.com. Subscribe to the channel for more Shopify theme development. I'm kidding. That is a shameless plug. Go to shopify.dev. They have amazing resources. It's very simple. But like, you can start from there. Definitely. And then you can take my course. That's the second thing you can do. You can subscribe to the channel, like the video, hit that notification bell button so you won't miss my Shopify themed videos. Yeah, speaking of like lessons, there's more lessons to come for my Shopify course. I'm working on it. I'm developing, or I'm writing new scripts to create custom templates, not custom templates, custom sections. Because on my course, we don't have the footer section. So I'll be doing that, a lesson. Yeah. So look forward to that. And that's pretty much it. Yeah. I guess I will be ending the stream soon. I'm not sure how long have I been streaming. Had fun. It was such a fun Monday stream, definitely. Though I'm not sure how long have I been streaming. Stream for like 2 hours, perhaps. But yeah, I'll be ending this soon. So I would like to say thank you so much to every single one of you who joined. I know it's gonna be a complicated following weeks because I won't be streaming a lot. And to be honest, I don't know if I should just say this in the Discord server, but yeah, just a real quick one. I'll just have like dealing with personal life. I don't know if I should share it, maybe in the future, but yeah, it's gonna be a tough couple of weeks for me. And that's why I won't be able to stream as much as possible. This Wednesday I won't be, definitely. So I apologize for that. Next week I will try to do that. Maybe on Monday. I'll keep in touch. I'll try to inform you guys in the Discord server. So if you haven't joined the Discord server yet, feel free to join. The link is pinned in the chat. Can use that. And yeah, I wish you guys a good night or a good day wherever you are in this world. Shout out to every single one of you for participating, for cooperating, for collaborating with me, for enjoying the night with me. I appreciate every single one of you. And yeah, I'm gonna miss all of you. Thank you so much for joining, and see you soon. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye 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 bye. Take care, guys. Bye.
Hoy pienso en qué pasó y cómo me afectó las horas que pasé en aquel bus. No entiendo bien por qué mi abuelo distraído se bajó sin mí. Yo seguí. Acapulco no era un lugar para una niña de mi edad. Con solo 4 años enfrenté la soledad. Del bus te vi pasar y la calle caminar, y a pesar del miedo que me dio, no pude ni llorar. Eres la niña perdida, el chico me preguntó. No había entendido que esa niña era yo. Después de 6 horas encontré donde bajar, crucé la calle, di con el lugar, se abrió la puerta y todo mi mundo me abrazó.